Before we begin, we'd like to have a Pledge of Allegiance led by Lieutenant Randall.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. The following matters will come before the License Commission today at our regularly scheduled meeting. As you can see, there are only two commissioners. Commissioner Guanasso was ill, so we're hoping that she is feeling better. If we don't come to an agreement between the two of us on matters, we will have to kick it over until the next meeting. That being said, we also have a kind of a tight time limit today, so we're going to move right into the application submitted for consideration. Item number 1, which is the sea level raw bar. Before we begin with that, we have a zoning determination from the building commissioner, which I think I'm going to read so that we have an understanding of where we're operating from. The building commissioner states, I am writing to memorialize my zoning determination, which was discussed with the License Commission clerk, that the use of a food truck trailer within the city boundaries is a prohibited use. It is based on the fact that the use of food truck/trailer is silent in the City of Revere's revised ordinance, section 17.16.040, under the tables of use, according to section 17.16.030, which states, uses not specifically permitted or permitted by special permit are prohibited. What that essentially means is that this removes the License Commission from this process because it's now a zoning matter. And because of that, there's really no need to discuss it. And so we're going to be moving on to the next item on the agenda.
Actually...
Excuse me.
Sure.
There is a representative from the Inspectional Services, the General Counsel, who is here, who would be happy to explain your options and your remedies. But we're moving the meeting along. So if you'd like to speak with the General Counsel, feel free to do that. She's right there. But we're moving on to item number 2.
No, I'd like to speak now because I'm
sorry,
item
sir.
number 1.
I'm sorry, sir.
And
That's
this
not...
isn't, so you're not going to be impartial because of the threats that you made to my business that's on video and audio? You're not going to be impartial right now, Mr. Selovich?
I have nothing to do
You're not
with
going to
this.
hear my request? It's been
This is a
a month
zoning
that I've
matter.
asked for this hearing.
We're going to move on now. This is a
How are
zoning
you going to
matter.
move on if you haven't
It
heard
has
me?
nothing to do with the License Commission.
It has nothing to do with the licensing commission. I can't lower the microphone, officer. Okay? It has nothing to do with the licensing commission?
That's correct.
You
It's a
told me there
zoning
was
issue.
consequences to pay. I'm here to receive the consequences that I'm going to pay.
And I want to know what the consequences are too as well.
We have
I'm the
no...
owner of the parking lot.
And we have no...
Excuse me, time out.
Excuse me. We have no...
This is going to be
Lieutenant-
answer from the building inspector, Benny DeCristoforo, as far as the zoning issues
Thank you very
whatsoever.
much, sir. Have a nice day.
So I take it you're not
Thank you
going to be
very much, sir.
impartial.
Have a very nice day.
That's not a problem, Selovich.
Thank you very much.
Can you tell me why you come?
Have a nice day, sir.
Yeah, with the mic on.
Last Friday.
Thank you very
came by,
much.
walked by and then walked by it again.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. We have our First Amendment rights, sir. First
Excuse
Amendment
me.
right is I have a right to speak when I want to speak,
He's the
sir.
chairman, and he's not
wrong.
being impartial
Okay,
right
can
now.
you step back so I can
No,
address
sure,
the
go right
podium? Gentlemen, step back,
Not going
please.
to have a seat. You're not going to
Gentlemen.
violate my First Amendment right, okay?
Gentlemen.
Not going to have a seat.
We need to remain
I created this hearing
respectful.
for a
Media
reason.
you want to call.
Okay?
Any news media you
Now,
want to call here.
Let's
Are
hear
you
from...
going to give me
let's
an
hear from-
opportunity to speak?
Sure, go right ahead,
Okay,
man.
we need to
Absolutely.
remain respectful in order to move forward.
Absolutely.
Cheryl McCormick on behalf of Municipal Inspections, I'm General Counsel.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. It really does stop at the point that the License Commission does not have the legal authority to make a decision today before this matter. The use, it's a violation with zoning. It doesn't go any further than there. You do not have the authority to make a decision on that or to rule on that.
Thank you very much, Councilor.
It's irrelevant of the arguments, and I sympathize with some of the positions that the applicants have, but you do not have the authority to make a decision on that. You cannot rule on it. In the event you decided to take a position and rule on it, the city will file a cease and desist and remove anyone from operating that's in violation of the zoning. And that's where it stands. That's where it starts and that's where it stops. We're in the process of drafting a food truck ordinance, which is still in the drafting phase. And once that is approved and processed, the applicants can then apply at that time. And there's nothing further to discuss.
Thank you, Councilor.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd just like to take this.
There's nothing more to discuss.
No, there actually is something to discuss, because this has nothing to do with 306 Revere Street. This has to
Item number
do with
two,
an extension for
St.
the
Mary's
farmers
Holy Name
market on
Society,
Thursday, Friday, and
670
Saturday.
Washington
This has
Avenue.
nothing to do with
Stephen
what
Fielding is the event
you're
manager.
talking about.
This is an application for a special malt, wine, common victular, and entertainment license. Applications of St. Mary's Holy Name Society
They're not talking about
for a special one-day license
No,
for
they're
a
talking about a
malt,
different
wine,
matter.
common
Can I ask you
victular.
a question,
She said they
sir?
can't.
Is
They
there
don't
any
have
way
the
that he's allowed
authority to grant
to,
or not
pay for
grant it.
extra to have?
Okay, so in other words,
The attorney's right there. She'll answer any questions that he has. No, it's not us. It has nothing to do with us.
But the corn guy is Saturday, Sunday, Friday, all that.
Nothing to do with us.
For
It's not zoned.
touch my mic. Don't touch my mic. I'm
within
not
the
touching
city
you,
limits. It's
and
the
I'm not
city
standing
limits.
near you. Don't touch my mic. I paid for this hearing. This hearing was for an extension of the farmer's market, just like Elodie Boston has Friday and Saturday. This has nothing to do with the parking lot at 305 Revere Street. I don't know if Maggie can corroborate that or not. This has got to do with an extension for Friday and Saturday for the farmer's market, not...
from the board.
You should be removed from the board because you're not impartial.
Lieutenant,
And I have your
we'd
threats
like
on
to move
camera.
on, please.
Want to see the video? We got it on video.
Lieutenant, would like to move on, please.
We have it on video if you want to hear.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Have a nice day.
Saturday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, like the one guy and everybody else. It's because you're not an immigrant and you did grow up here.
If you want to speak, ma'am, the hearing is closed. It's all done. It's all done. I'm sorry.
Try to do something out there, you guys come and shut it down.
That's all right, Mr. Sullivich. You know what?
You should be removed. You're just.
All the citizens of Revere can see this, and they can know what's going on. I'm just a man trying to support my family,
That's the
and
right,
you're
that's
not being
the first thing you
impartial
said.
at all.
That's correct.
All right?
It's an election.
That's all I have to say.
Partial to
Thank you.
Arrigo, and that's why I came by and questioned us at the trail.
Are they looking for an extension on
There's no extension. It's done. It's not your purview. You don't have the authority.
the one-day special permit? Is that what they're asking?
That's got nothing to do with us. That's between him and the farmer's market.
So then why does he walk by my trailer and come and check on it to see who's wearing a Rizzo shirt? That's none of his business. None of this has. If I want to,
Yes, it does have everything to do with it. This hearing is for an extension from the farmer's market. It has nothing to do with what he brought up. Don't touch my button, please. It has nothing to do with what he has brought up. It's got to do with me getting an extension from the farmer's market for Saturday. Okay? That's the bottom line.
Cover your face.
You don't intimidate me either, believe me. I got every right to speak my mind in the city council, in front of the licensing commission. Don't think that you know all the laws, because I know the laws.
The city's a fraud, and he's the biggest
It
fraud.
is a fraud. Everybody wants to line their pockets over here.
That's right.
Rob, there's no envelope in my trailer, right, buddy?
He has no business to come by. Why did he come by last Friday to check on it?
Item number two.
Walk past the trailer, then walk back past the trailer. Got in his car and went, what? Why are you doing it? For what?
Be fair to everybody else. Well, the immigrants here, you don't want.
Mr. Fielding, do you want to speak on behalf of your one-day license? Thank you very much, and I apologize for that.
My name is Stephen Fielding. I'm representing St. Mary's Holy Name Society of St. Mary's Church. We are holding an annual spaghetti supper, as it's mentioned in the minutes here, in the agenda here, for a spaghetti
Okay.
supper, dinner dance, DJ.
Basically, we've been doing this same event for years now. Any changes that we need to be aware of?
No, sir.
Do you want to have a motion?
I have no questions. I'll make
I
a
have no
motion to...
questions either.
I'll make a motion to approve the...
Well, let me ask for some proponents and
I'm sorry,
opponents.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Are there any proponents out here that'd like to speak on behalf of it? Hearing and seeing none, I will close that section. Are there any opponents? Anybody opposed to the spaghetti supper? I don't hear or see any. We'll close that section of the hearing. You make a motion? I will make a motion that we approve it.
I'm going to second the motion.
The application is approved. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you very much.
Item number 4, the Revere Beach Partnership. Chris Puglia, Event Manager. Thank you. This is an application for a special malt wine entertainment license. The application for the Revere Beach Partnership for a special one-day license for malt wine and entertainment, said license to be exercised on Revere Beach across from Kelly's Roast Beef on Saturday, October 26th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will be a pumpkin dash with a road race and festival and a DJ and beer garden. I see that you have the necessary permit from DCR.
Yes,
Can
I
you
have.
tell us briefly about the event?
Yep, my name is Chris Puglia. I'm here on behalf of the Revere Beach Partnership. We're going to be hosting the Pumpkin Dash 5K road race. After the race, we're going to have a beer garden on the beach, as well as a pumpkin patch and pumpkin decorating for kids.
Okay, do you have any questions, Commissioner?
I do not. It's a great event, and I think it's great for the kids and for the city of Revere.
Thank you.
Great, thank you very much, sir. We'll close this section. Are there any proponents? Anybody want to speak on behalf of this? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close that section. Any opponents? Anybody opposed to the pumpkin dash? I don't hear or see any. We'll close that one. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second the motion.
The motion is approved for the application for a special malt wine entertainment license. The application of the Revere Beach Partnership for a special one-day license for malt wine entertainment to be exercised on Revere Beach across from Kelly's Roast Beef on Saturday, October 26, 2019, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The event will be a pumpkin dash, road race and festival with a DJ and beer garden. Thank you very much. Item number 6, Black Marble Motorcycles, LLC. DBA Boston Harley-Davidson, 649-1-Squire Road. Ariel Andrews is the event manager. This is an application for 4 one-day licenses for a common victular and entertainment. The application of Black Marble Motorcycles, Boston Harley-Davidson, for 4 special one-day licenses for common victular entertainment as follows. Number 1 will be Saturday, 10/26/19 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for a Halloween party. The second one would be Sunday, 10/27/19 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a Sunday. Number 3 would be Saturday, November 2nd, 2019 from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Beantown Board Bash Charity Cornhole Tournament. And number 4 would be 11/16/19 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. for a 5th anniversary anniversary party. Name and address for the record, please.
Ariel Andrews, 30 Sudbury Street, Portsmouth, New Hampshire.
Thank you very much. And let's take these one at a time. I see they're all indoors.
Yes,
There's no alcohol.
no alcohol.
Okay. And the first one, the Halloween party, can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Sure. Obviously, indoor event. We will have pumpkin decorating for kids. We have a Halloween costume contest for adults, kids, and pets. We'll also have trick-or-treating inside with, typical trick-or-treat candy. And we will also be pulling our hog motorcycle winner. They raffled off a motorcycle this year, along with some other door prizes. We'll have a DJ, and we believe, I don't remember if I'm bringing in any treats or anything.
Okay.
If I would, it would be out like from Stop and Shop and cookies and things like that.
Very good. Thank you very much. Commissioner, do you have any questions about that one?
No, I have no questions on that one.
Okay, I don't have any questions about that one either. I see your floor plan. It looks good.
Thank you.
Thank you for providing such a comprehensive package on these, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So let's take the first one on 10/26. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second the motion.
The application for 1026, a common victular and entertainment license, is approved for Black Marble Motorcycles LLC. And can you tell me a little bit about 1027, the ice cream event?
Yep, we're partnering up with Cold Stone Creamery out of Burlington, Massachusetts. They're going to come and make your own sundae toppings. The customers will point to which toppings they want. The people who are from Cold Stone will build them and then hand them to the customer. They'll be using a plug-in freezer to the wall to keep everything cold, and the customers won't be touching the food until it's handed to them.
Very good. Do you have any questions, Commissioner?
No questions on that one.
Thank you very much. I don't have any either. We'll close that section. Any proponents? Anybody want to speak about the ice cream? Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that section. Any opponents? Anybody opposed to the Sunday? Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that section. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'll second.
The second application is approved for 1027, the Sunday, 10/27/19 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a Sunday. The third event, the Cornhole Tournament. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. We partnered up with a local motorcycle group called the Buffalo Soldiers Motorcycle Group of Boston. They're a charitable motorcycle group. They raise funds for multiple charities in the greater Boston area. And so we are going to be running an adult cornhole tournament and a kids cornhole tournament, so it's a family day. We will have a DJ for entertaining and announcing. It's inside. And we will be bringing in prepared food to feed the people who have registered and are participating.
Very good. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions, Commissioner LaCroix?
No, prepare food, that's just from an outside caterer type of thing?
Yep, most likely it will be from either New Deal sandwiches, or it will be, we're still working on narrowing down exactly who's going to do that because they're donating the food, but it will be prepared food from outside source, and as soon as I get who that is, I will let Maggie know who it is.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very much. We'll close that section. Are there any proponents? Anybody else want to speak on behalf of the Cornhole Tournament? Seeing and hearing none, I'll close that section. Is there any opponents? Anybody opposed to the Cornhole Tournament? We don't see or hear any. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second the motion.
The motion is approved for item number 3 on 11/2/19 from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Beantown Board Bash Charity Cornhole Tournament. Your final one day is for November 16, 2019 from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's for the anniversary party. Can you tell us a little bit about that one? I see you're expecting 350 people for that event.
We could get up to 350 people for that. We are planning on giving away, we are doing a dice roll for chance. No purchase necessary, I don't need a permit. We're gonna allow people to roll dice, and if they spell out Harley, they will win the motorcycle that we're giving away. We're giving a motorcycle away. So we don't have a cap on how many people that can qualify to do that, but for our own sanity, in order to get people through that day, our insurance doesn't require us to put a cap on it, but I've put a cap on the fact that we're most likely not going to have more than 350 people in that building at that time. We will have a DJ that day. We will be bringing in some outside food to feed to people, prepared food, door prizes, shopping incentives. It's a way to celebrate the fact that we've been in Revere for 5 years now.
Okay, very good. Lieutenant, they're expecting, or they're anticipating that they might have 350 people at the 5th anniversary event. Are you comfortable with the way they're handling things, and do we need a detail, or is that...
They can get in touch with the detail officer. We can make a determination. We'll talk
Okay.
about the logistics of it.
Sure, it's 9 to 5, so those 350 people could be all day long, or they could be,
Right.
all at
I
one
see.
time.
Okay,
So
all
it's
right.
it's kind of, it's hard to tell when you have an event all day long when
You don't
the,
have to be present to win the motorcycle, do you?
you do, because you actually have to roll Harley on those dice.
So there may be quite a crowd at the end of that.
There might be,
Okay.
yeah, so I'll get in contact, no problem.
Thank you very much for that. Do you have any questions about that?
Well, you sort of answered this. So I was concerned with the traffic, because I know you had an event this Sunday, and the traffic was pretty heavy from that small time period. I think from 10 to 11 Was it this Sunday, last Sunday?
This past Sunday, we hosted the 31st annual witch ride for the MDA.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
and there was a notification that went out, plenty of communication that went out regarding what was going to happen for that hour that we had to let the bikes out.
Yeah, that's why, but this is spread out a little more, so.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be in communication with the detail people, because 350 traffic gets tight over there, even on a regular, non-event, weekend.
All right, well, thank you very much. We'll close that section. Are there any proponents? Anybody else want to speak on behalf of the 5th anniversary party? I don't see or hear anybody. We'll close that section. Anybody opposed to the 5th anniversary party? Don't see or hear anybody. We're going to close that section. I'll make a motion to approve it.
I'm going to second the motion, contingent upon you getting in touch with the detail officer, make sure that there's not a traffic concern.
I'll make sure that I do that by the end of the day tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. The license is approved. The application for the 4 one-day licenses for common victular and entertainment are approved. For Black Marble motorcycles, the dates for the licenses are Saturday, 10/26/19 from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for a Halloween party, Sunday, 10/27/19 from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. for a Sunday, Saturday, 11/2/19 from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. for a Beantown Board Bash charity cornhole tournament, and number 4, 11/16/19 from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. for a 5th anniversary party. Thank you very much. The next item, excuse me, the next item on the agenda is item number 3. Taqueria El Capalito 2 Corp., DBA Las Vegas Restaurant, 107 Shirley Avenue. Claudia Isabel Cabrera, manager. This is an application for a change of manager. The application of Taqueria El Capalito 2 Corp., DBA Las Vegas Restaurant for a change of manager for an all-alcohol restaurant license to Claudia Isabel Cabrera from Raul Santos. Your name and address for the record, please,
Yes, Mr. Chairman, Joseph Catoggio, 1 Sprague Street, Revere, Mass., representing the applicant Taqueria Eucalypto Corporation, which is the holder of a full liquor license at 107 Shirley Ave in Revere, doing business as the Las Vegas Restaurant. They've operated with this full liquor license for approximately 10 years. I don't believe there's been any issue or problem. Presently, the manager of the license is Raul Santos. He's also the manager of the restaurant. He is at present applying for a similar license in Lynn and did not want to have the appearance of him providing 40 hours at both places. So he is passing on the duties to his daughter, Claudia. Claudia and Raul are both here. Claudia is the applicant or the proposed new manager. She's familiar with the restaurant. She's been in and around for as long as they've been there, assisting and operating. Mr. Santos will remain as manager of the restaurant. He will be available at all times to provide any guidance and lend his experience to Claudia, but we're fully expecting Claudia to be there 40 hours a week and provide the same guidance and management skills as her father. Again, they are both here if there are any questions. Hopefully the application was in order and everything showed positive. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilor. Do you have any questions, Commissioner LaCroix?
So, Officer Rand, it's been pretty quiet over there from your experience?
Yeah, I just ran the log today. In the last 6 months, there have been half a dozen disturbance calls, but nothing major, no arrests, nothing even generating a full report.
Okay, thank you.
I've got a couple questions. I see that Ms. Cabrera work history is beginning in 2016 to the present as the assistant director, and I don't see what that is. Do we have liquor experience? Or is there?
No, I was.
Well, step up to the microphone, please, ma'am.
My name is Claudia Isabel Cabrera,
And I was assistant director for the junior summer program at the country club.
Is that the country club in Brookline?
Yes.
And what did that job entail?
I basically ran the program alongside the director, and it's a junior summer program. So basically, the kids that are members there have the opportunity to do something for the summer. So we held like activities that brought in like the Museum of Science and the Museum of Arts and so forth.
So do you have any experience with liquor sales, service?
No, I don't. I'm planning to get my bartending license to kind of get more familiar with like all that stuff. But I've been going there since I was a little girl. Ever since I would get out of school, I would go with my dad.
Well, I mean, I can appreciate that, but I mean, honestly, that is a place that we've had some, issues with, not within the last 6 months, but certainly prior. And I think that, it requires someone who's got a little bit more experience. I mean, I don't want to, in my opinion, I mean, does she have any training? Is it tip certified? Is there anything like that?
Again, the manager of the restaurant will remain. Mr. Santos will be on site. He just won't have the availability of the full 40 hours because of his application in Lynn. So he will be there to provide that overview for her. She has been present at the restaurant for a good number of years, even though she is 22, but does have experience with this particular restaurant and its staff and its operations. We would, again, just the combination of the two would think that things would continue on as they have for the past 6 months and going forward.
Okay, thank you very much, Counselor.
So how many hours Raul will be there to kind of supervise and transition Claudia?
What are the hours of operation? Yeah.
Can you speak into the microphone, please, sir? Please, the name and address.
My name is Raul Santos, and the liquor operating is 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. But we stop the service at 1:30.
So you're handing the keys over to a 22-year-old inexperienced person based on she's been going there since she was a child?
I'm not gonna leave her alone over there. I'm gonna be there because in my second place, my wife is gonna be handled. I just wanna like a paper, the name and the paper, but I'm not gonna leave.
So will she be there by herself running the operation at any point between 11 a.m. and 2 a.m.? That's the question I have. Because again, she's not experienced, she's not tip certified, she's not bartender certified, and she's a young kid. It's a tough area, there's no question. I'm just concerned for her own safety.
She's gonna have tip training as soon as possible. She is on the next week is gonna have that training. We'll get tip training.
Okay.
We would expect either Mr. Santos or his wife, who has also been operating the restaurant for the same number of years, to be there with her for the immediate future, and make sure that, again, that there's guidance, overview, management to back up the liquor license manager's job.
So again, 11 to 2, either Mr. Santos or his wife would be with her at 90% of the time at some point until she's ready. Okay, because I got the impression she's getting the keys now.
No. She will be the named manager for the liquor license.
Okay.
But as far as overall operation of the restaurant, Mr. Santos will remain and his wife will remain at alternate times. And the 90% of the time is a very good estimate on that.
And I understand that in any type of transition, there is a learning curve, and I get it. You gotta start somewhere. As long as you're with some capable and experienced people, especially your family, is probably the best case.
Yes.
And I'm okay with that. I just make sure if we do go in there and we, for whatever reason, see you by yourself at 1 in the morning, early on, we're gonna have a problem with that, because I'm taking your word that you're gonna have help, you're gonna have, it's 2 a.m., you know, as they say, stuff happens at 2 a.m., and you're a young girl, and it's a tough area. So just, I wanna make it noted that if, in the event I go in there and I see by yourself, I'm gonna bring this up back to the board, because I think there's gonna be some transition time needed.
Yeah, we agree.
Okay?
Agree, yes, we agree.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to close this section of the hearing. Are there any proponents? Anybody want to speak on behalf of this hearing? And seeing none, I'll close that section. Are there any opponents? Anybody opposed to the transfer? I don't see or hear any, so I'll close that section.
Okay, so based on my little spiel there, I feel I'm going to make a motion to approve this, contingent upon, again, that he has good supervision for a determined amount of time, what that is right now, I don't know. Hopefully that, this transition happens in a proper manner, because again, based on what I've said, she is young and she needs to learn, but just don't throw her in the fire that quickly. Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve.
I'm not going to second that motion. I'm sorry. I don't feel like there's enough experience here to put her in that position. If the mother and father are going to be with her, then perhaps they should be on the license until such time that she's able to demonstrate that she has the experience to do that.
Would this carry over now to the next meeting, as you indicated?
Yes, because
Okay.
we don't have an agreement, so this would carry over to the next meeting, where you'd have an opportunity to present it to the full commission.
All right, and we'll bring Mrs. Santos as well.
Thank you very much,
And
Counselor, I
if that-
appreciate
If
that.
that helps, yeah, absolutely. I
Thank you very
understand.
much.
Okay, we will be at the next meeting. Thank you.
Item number 5, the Vault Lifestyle Boutique LLC, 747 Broadway. Scott Storniello, I'm sorry if I
You got it
mispronounced your
pretty
name.
good. It's Scott Storniello.
Thank you very much. This is an application for a secondhand dealer license. The application for Vault Lifestyle Boutique LLC for a secondhand dealer license to be exercised at 747 Broadway, with hours of operation to be Sunday, 12 p to 5 p, and Tuesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Secondhand articles to be sneakers and clothing. Sir, can you tell me a little bit about your business and what you plan to do?
Yeah, I have an existing business in Lynn for the last 5 years. We deal with very rare sneakers and clothing that you can't find unless you buy it online or go to places like New York City. It's been very successful, but we're leaving Lynn, and I opened the store in Quincy already. So we want to have a second store still on the North Shore, because we built such a rapport with our North Shore clientele. So we were hoping to get the small store in Revere to be the second location.
So now this is not a pawn shop, right? It's
No. It's aftermarket sneakers that are either sold out or years, like you can't find anymore in any stores.
So you're not going to be selling watches and chains and jewelry and
Just
anything
sneakers and
like that?
apparel.
Okay, great. Do you have any questions?
So are these like $1,000 sneakers type
Some
of
of them,
thing?
yes.
That nuts are buying? I can't
Yes.
figure that one out.
You have a pair of those, don't you?
I do. I bought a couple pair last week.
I was
It's,
actually surprised
high
when you
tops.
brought it up, but
It's amazing. I hear, I was talking to someone, and there's such a demand for these.
it's a big deal now to the
Interesting.
celebrity driven. So
Yes.
a lot of these shoes aren't even worn. They're like what we used to collect. I used to collect baseball cards and stamps, and they just go up in value so much. Some of the sneakers now is the new thing that the kids collect. And I mean, obviously some are worn. So we have a wide variety of stuff to be worn and then collectibles. We give people a plateau to come check out the merchandise, because there's a lot of counterfeits with anything that's worth money. I used to work for New Balance, and I was in charge of production. So I have a really good, I can tell what materials are not supposed to be used and things like that. So I offer that to my customers, because unfortunately, once something's worth money, you have people that are trying to capitalize on it. So we give people a chance to come try it on, make sure it fits, make sure they actually like it in person, not just the pictures that they see online or something like that.
So if I have my original Chuck Taylors, do I come to you and sell them, or is it a consignment
It's a
situation?
consignment, so we'll
Okay.
take it from you. We would purchase some things, and when we purchase from people, obviously, we're very detailed on getting information and things like that.
Very good.
I already practiced to, most of the guidelines from Revere that I read, that Maggie provided me with, I already practiced that. I don't buy from minor, it has to be an adult with ID and et cetera.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that. Do you have any other questions, Commissioner?
So just some for my own edification so these products are coming from just the general public want to resell some, or from a distributor?
Some distributors, some we'd have to buy from person who would only have something that we'd be interested in that you couldn't find anywhere else. So if somebody had a rare shoe from 10 years ago that's brand new, we'd check it out, do our thorough investigation, make sure the shoe's good, and we could purchase it or we can consign it, depending on the customer's price range, I guess.
Okay, so there's no like holding it for 30 days
We put that
you can't really check that?
We put that in our contract. We do, we revisit with the consignor after 30 days to see if they want to leave things there or if they want to continue to leave it or if they want to take it back. But we do things on a 30-day period.
So we're talking sneakers and clothing and not...
No, it's just sneakers, clothing. It's like sneaker accessories. Like we have keychains that look like sneakers and small things like that, but nothing out of the ordinary that, you wouldn't see at a Foot Locker, but just stuff you can't see at a Foot Locker, if that makes sense.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. We'll close that section. I think we have enough information. Thank you.
Okay.
Are there any proponents? Anybody want to speak on behalf of Vault Lifestyle Boutique? Hearing and seeing none, we'll close that section. Any opponents? Anybody opposed to Lifestyle Boutique, Vault Lifestyle Boutique? We don't see or hear anybody. We're going to close that section. I will make a motion to approve.
And I'll second that motion.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Just so you know, in our Lynn location, we've had like Patriot players just walk in because these are the people that kids got to meet James White just by being in the store, and he was sitting there taking autographs, signing autographs.
Nice.
So we do offer little things like that, especially with the high school right there. And
Well, it's an interesting concept. Good luck with it, sir.
thank you.
The application for a secondhand dealer license is approved for the Vault Lifestyle Boutique LLC to be exercised at 747 Broadway with hours of operation to be Sunday 12 p.m. to 5 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday 1 p.m. to 8 p.m. Secondhand articles are to be sneakers and clothing. That concludes the applications. The next item is item number 7, Netra Inc., DBA Dairy Mart, 160 Squire Road, Vimnubin Gahashnam Patal, manager. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, sir.
That's good.
This is a hearing into violation of the license commissions. Okay, so we know what the issue was. I have been to your store. I see that you guys are now complying with the conditions of the license.
Yes.
As long as that's the case, I mean, I'm good with what we have.
I guess I can say you're lucky Linda's not here because she's the biggest opponent of you guys. But I'd like to leave. I know you've been through there with your review, and I know Linda has her views on your establishment. I personally would like to carry it over to the next meeting when Linda's present because she was the most vocal of her concerns, and I would like to hear what she has to say. So I'm going to ask the chairman if we can push this to the next meeting while Linda's here so she can address anything that we may not address here because she was the most vocal and had the most issues with your establishment and your lack of following, following kind of the rules that were set. So I'm going to request that and be curious to see what my...
Before you guys make any decision, like last time what I said, I will bring some pictures. So I would like to show that pictures, what we improved.
Sure, bring them up.
Thank you very much. Nice pictures. Thank you very much, sir. I've been to the store. Yes. I'm comfortable that you are complying with the conditions of the license. Yes. Unfortunately, because there are only two of us, if we have a disagreement, we have to move it to the next meeting. I would like to resolve this now, because I see basically from your pictures and from my own inspection that you have complied with the conditions of the license. And I want to thank you for that. However, Commissioner LaCroix has got other questions, and he feels more comfortable having the other commissioner here as well.
Sure.
So we're going to have to push this off to the next meeting.
Okay.
Okay?
That's fine.
So we would ask that you come back at our next meeting, which is, I think, November 20th, but you'll be notified.
Okay.
Just one, on those pictures, they're very nice pictures, but can we have a little larger, view of the store? Because these are, taking a look at these, they're just individual shelves, so to me, it doesn't say too much.
Okay.
So if you can get, it doesn't have to be this glossy, don't go crazy and spend all that money. Something that's a little more, a bigger area of coverage.
Okay, sure.
Because,
sure.
again, our fellow commissioner, she's been there many times, and I want her to basically put the seal of approval. And so come back next month and
Sure.
we'll address, okay?
We will come with more pictures and bigger pictures, like you said.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
And they don't have to be that gloss. Don't waste your money.
We appreciate the effort you made. Thank you.
Thank you.
That concludes the hearing. The next items are communications. We have notification from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission approving the application of Ocean Ale House of Revere, LLC, DBA Fine Line Tap Room for an all-alcohol general on-premises license. Item number 2, notification from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission approving the application of Nilhar Enterprises, Inc., DBA Woody's Liquors, for a change of manager and change of officer/director for an all-alcohol package store license. Item number 3, notification from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission approving the application of Colwyn Management, Inc., DBA Staybridge Suites/Holiday Inn Express, Revere, for an all-alcohol in-holder license. Number 4, notification from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission approving the application of Noah and Victoria Corporation, DBA Blanca's Bakery and Restaurant, for a malt wine restaurant license. Number 5, notification from the Massachusetts Alcoholic Beverage Control Commission approving the application of Ocean Liquors, Inc. for a change of officers/directors and transfer of stock for an all-alcohol package store license. That concludes the communications. It concludes the agenda. I would make a motion to adjourn until November 20th, 2019.
I'll second the motion.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.